Hello, assalamualaikum. And very good day for everyone. So today we group from record center location. So we will present about record center location. So my name is Amirul Hakim, and we have Ahmad Faris, Muhammad Ridwan, and Nurul Auni. Dahiyah. Okay, introduction. Data center is a physical facility that enterprises use to house their business. Wait. Hold up. Okay, data center is a physical facility that enterprises use to house their business critical application and information as they evolve from centralized on-premise facility to edge development to public cloud service. It's important to think a long term about how to maintain their reliability and security. So background. The record center is template is similar to other SharePoint site in that is serve as a general repository for document enable collaboration among site user. The record center site template, however, is a pre-configured site designed specifically to help organization implement their records management and retention program, reversioning, auditing, metadata management, e-discovery, and customizable record routing are built-in features that can help manage record more efficiently. Okay. For the next, I will give Mr. Muhammad Ridwan.
Genetic was partly of Microsoft experiment back in 2018, which the white paper was initiated in February 2013. The objective of this experiment is to build data center underwater, which will benefit cloud users all over the world. Phase 2 of Genetic intends to show that full-scale subsea data center modules can be produced affordably and deployed in less than 19 days, following the decision to turn them on. The researchers want to minimize the equipment failure and ensure longevity and reliability of the equipment up to 5 years without maintenance. The data center will be brought back to surface to change the computer for every 5 years and redeployed to the ocean floor once again for maximum of 20 years. The test site was built with infrastructure, thus reducing the needs and cost to provide infrastructure to the data center while submerged in the ocean floor. The cooling system adapted from submarine. The system designed to transfer heat from the server to internal heat exchanger and transfer to external heat exchanger. So for underground data center. One of data center that has been built underground located at former limestone mine in Pennsylvania. The development owned by Iron Mountain, a well-known record center provider from the USA. Limestone can become acidic when in contact with rainwater, thus will create smoke and choking hazard occurring inside the record center. In order to minimize risk and cost, we need to plan ahead for this kind of project. The cost must be huge. So I will pass the stage to my group member, for him to continue.
Suara.
For Article 3, I will pass the stage to my fellow groups member.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I will present about record. Assalamualaikum. I will present about record center location cold weather. Okay, amid a record hot summer in large part of the northern hemisphere, based for devastating fire, flood, and hurricanes, Antarctica was mired in deep freeze. That's typically the case during the southernmost continental winter months, but 2021 was different. The chill was actually even the coolest location on the planet. What impressed and unexpected scientists characterize this record as a bleak and curious as both Antarctica, the planet to rapidly warm and meet escalated extreme weather. The problem is scientists create a very strong polar vortex or a strong wind in the stretches surrounding Antarctica for the intensity of the cold. And for this, scientists stress that record cold over the South Pole is no way reflect or lessens the seriousness of global warming. Antarctica is notorious for its swing in weather and climate, which can run counter to global trend. To evaluate what's happening with the climate of Antarctica. Thank you. That's all from mine.
Okay, we will go to article number 4. Okay, article number 4 is record center location high ground. A lot of data center pictures and seem that the owner prefer to build them over a wide area instead of building them using taller building. Why? Warehouse in cities tend to be multi-story affair. Lots of 10-story cement building around where I live, typically painted white with cold storage. Written in the block letters on the side, and OP isn't asking a question that it isn't really specific. Otherwise, it's an economic issue. If you have a business in multi-story building, the data center may be very well be spread out. In cities, you have data center built as space permit. I have seen them in a basement. I have seen in a mini data center all over. We are spread out over 6 physical building with 2 primary data areas connected by fiber. Data center need to achieve unpredicted level of uptime to keep pace with modern business demands. To achieve those uptime goals, and data center manager are paying increased attention into facility infrastructure issue, including the network grounding system. Okay, bawah. Issues. Data center often run into problem with their grounding system when any of the following mistake are made: using the wrong type of grounding connector, applying hardware such as screw and washer, failing to create an electrical bond between the structural component of the rack and cabinet. A kitted grounding system can help installer avoid the mistake that plug data center key. Features of for good grounding system should be include permanent copper hardware component, okay. Discussion. Data center have evolved significantly in recent years as the enterprise IT needs. The modern data center is where your workload cloud and collection environment cloud infrastructure. NEC Kobe Data Center, Kanagawa Data Center, 2 flagship data are connected by an inter data center network and can be used for BC/DR purpose. Flexible network connection between data center is achieved through software and defined network. Okay, that is all from me. Okay, stop.
5, that is outer space. So the data center sector is already aware with notion like edge computing, collocation of server hardware and virtually executing program in the cloud. But the space industry want to incorporate similar concept into satellite-based business model. Up until recently, satellite hardware and software were closely occupied and created with a specific purpose in mind. Companies are now able to repurpose orbiting satellite for different purposes by simply uploading new software and allowing the sharing of single satellite by hosting hardware for 2 or more users. Next we have issue and problems. Naturally, there is one major problem with the space-based data center. Data center launched into space would have effectively be maintenance fee, unlike undersea facilities which might theoretically be elevated or made accessible for human interest. That presents a significant challenge because sending IT astronaut on maintenance or repair flight is not feasible or cost effective. Additionally, a lot of business like to be able to visit a physical site where the servers are located and to know exactly what are the data escape. Next we have discussion. If you look at how much electrical is used at current data center, it is acknowledged in the discussion that the operation of data center has a substantial influence on rising carbon dioxide emission. Additionally, active and redundant powering and cooling systems are included in data center facilities. It's well known that electricity and cooling system use a lot of energy. Over a 5-year period from 2007 and 2012, the worldwide power usage of data center rose by 19.7%. So, up next we have a suggestion. So overall, in our suggestion, when building a new data center, a number of factors must be taken into account when choosing a location, such as the availability of electrical and fiber optics, trade, tax, and land price. And also the general viability of other locations should be also critically examined. So that's all for me. So up next we have conclusion.
So for the conclusion, data record center can be built almost anywhere with sophisticated technology that we have nowadays, and can make a dream come true. There is less worry about property cost. Electricity, such as since the record electricity and so on, since the record center can be built almost anywhere, like at the bottom of the sea, high ground, outer space, cool weather, and where non-civilian will be developed in the area. As normal practice, record center are built mainly at segregated places where the location of the record center is sometimes is isolated area. This is the in line with the function of the record center to store data or document that are in the state of semi-current record before either transfer to archive or destroy. Those record center which had been built at isolated places equipped with security features that are always up to date to prevent theft. The building also had been designed to comprehensive for the next needs to care for the document that will be stored inside the record center. So this is the reference, and that's all from us. Thank you.